What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? What's going on? How y'all been? How y'all been, man? God, man. 800 the Stizzles, man. The prophet de jour. My bad, man. Told y'all, man, things is going crazy right now, man. I'm trying to do a lot of things, trying to juggle a lot of things right now. So, fortunately, some things fall a little bit behind, but we don't worry about it. We're going to pick it right back up. You know what I'm saying? Thailand TV is always here, baby. It's always a movie when you're with me. You know what I'm saying? So anyone that know that knew that. So believe me, I got a lot of stories to tell. So, um, no, just welcome back, man. Happy Wednesday, happy Hump Day, middle of the week, the middle of the work week. Who the hell? Who they say that was? Was it Henry Ford? I think Henry Ford was the one that created this damn 5 day work week. Was that my woo boy? You took boy. Ooh, they let you off the hook with that one. Cause this is some crap, boy. 5 day work week, boy. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So yeah, that's who did it. Anybody that don't know that, that's who basically set it up for people to have a 5 day work week. You know what I'm saying? And basically made it the mandatory for what companies look and hire out for. So, but yeah, man, what's up, everybody, man? Checking in with me, man. I hope y'all checking in with me, man. I'm just checking in with y'all, man. Daily affirmations, you know how we do. And then we crack it off with my big topic towards the end of the show, to close out the show. But yeah, man, just some daily thoughts, man. The whole situation with like I was telling you guys with the summer basketball, it's over now. We got 2 weeks of basketball camp for the kids. Um, but yeah, man, that whole rush of that summer basketball is crazy, and I think it's still going on. I mean, as far as like AAU teams and everything, it's still going on. So, you know what I mean? It's almost, I mean, with fall league coming up, man, it's almost like basketball year round now, man. They found a way to make all sports. I mean, with the football too, football has a lot of 7-on-7. Um, as you know, football starting to do a lot of camps um, during the springtime, and then once you get into like the middle of summer, you know, the high schools is coming with their camps. You know what I'm saying? So this comes around quick, man. They trying to make all sports. Soccer already, I think, you know, at the younger level, soccer already is um, um, fall and spring, and it's only reason why it ain't is because soccer is mainly played outside. So, but once they smooth that into it too, you know what I'm saying, and get them, you know what I'm saying, to where they can have more facilities inside. Um, you know what I'm saying? It'll be a situation where they can start more year round too. Hockey like people that are like dedicated to hockey, they've been year round too. You know what I'm saying? They've been year round for a minute. Hockey parents always tell you that, man. One of the most expensive sports to have kids in, boy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? These kids gonna dedicate to a sport. Make sure they're ready to get dedicated to it. Because some of these sports, man, they want you to lock in right away. I'm not a believer in that. Like I'm a believer in, for me particularly when it comes to sports. I'm a big believer in the fact of playing multiple sports benefits children. Like at a young age, I understand specializing in your sport. And I get it. And I get why high schools be trying to grab kids and almost pushing them to specialize in their sports. But I don't think you need to specialize in a sport. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't. Really, you don't. You can play multiple sports. I think multiple sports actually, and I tell kids this that I coach all the time. You know, I think that you can get attributes from another sport that sport focuses on that actually will help you in other sports. I mean, look, boxing out, right? We talked about that before. I talked about rebounding with boxing out, right? Look at boxing out. I mean, that's a technique that you can use in football. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's his name? Antonio Gates. Hooper, tight end, special day, your boy. You know what I'm saying? Used Tony Gonzalez. Rocky. post them up, box them out, catch. Right? So just an example, you know what I'm saying? Just a small example of what you can use in, track. Track teaches you how to run correctly, right? Football focuses on the use of your running, yes. But track, that's what the whole season is about. It's teaching you how to run, form, breathing, how to breathe correctly, right? Football's not going to sit there and teach you, okay, we want to make sure you're catching your breath and you're mentally breathing and you're inhaling and exhaling. They're not going to do that. Track is. Track is going to try to teach you that because it's part of emphasizing how you run correctly and run better and better use of your body energy while you're running, right? And that can equate to being a offensive player or any other player on the football field with getting better at running. Basketball, lacrosse, get better at running, right? I mean, even baseball. I was thinking about this the other day, man. We was talking about something, man. We were talking about one of our guys, who's Ryan, who signed, who's committed to University of Minnesota for baseball. And we were just talking about that, and I was just thinking, you know, I was just saying, like, when you think about it, I mean, you think about, because he's a pitcher. You think about it, they teach the pitcher how to, you know what I'm saying? What does that look like? What does a pitch look like, right? If you take the pitch and you turn it this way and you stick that elbow out, what does it look like? I don't make this stuff up, man. They're right there in front of you. I'm just a bold enough nigga to say that. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to somebody about this the other day, man. The Matrix, right? I've seen it. I've seen the Matrix. I see it. You know what I'm saying? So like that's why I just said most of a lot of stuff that I'm saying is stuff that people probably see, people probably observe, probably caught it, probably went through your eyes and came out your back of your head. I'm just bold enough to say it. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, call it what it is, right? And teaching kids the value of other sports teaches them to appreciate the main sport that they want to get into even more. I think that does. I think a lot of kids, that's the reason why you have a lot of burnouts. You have a lot of burnouts because kids are being forced and being pushed into one sport all the time. Well, look at Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter can hoop, dog, like for real hoop, like literally like shoots his jumper at a high point. I'm like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like I thought it was gonna be some like goofy stuff when they said, oh, Travis Hunter was hooping. And I thought it was gonna be some like goofy stuff, like okay, you know what I'm saying, this kid or whatever. You know what I mean? He's got the little hype behind him on football, so everything is gonna be whatever. But dude was hooping. Dude was like, you know what I'm saying? Really, really. And it's like he was having fun with it. You know what I mean? And most likely because no one ever told him that you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even look at him on the football field playing on both sides of the field. I've sat in conversations and heard people tell kids this is all you are. And I'd be like, no, they're not. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I heard a coach one time tell a kid, like, yeah, you know, you're a football player, you know, on a basketball court. A basketball coach told a kid, you're a football player on the basketball court. I'm like, no, if they're here right now, they're a basketball player. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're a basketball player. And if they make no decisions that are basketball decisions and know how to move in a basketball way, they're basketball players. And then when the football season comes around, they're a football player. And then whatever sport they're in at that season that they're playing, they're that player. You know what I'm saying? Don't minimize. And this is stuff like it comes out harsh because somebody's probably never told you this before. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't minimize these. I've said this before. Stop minimizing these kids' minds. They're formidable. It's the most formidable years of the mind. Stop minimizing it by telling kids limitations. Yo, I wouldn't do that. That's one of the reasons why I'm saying what I'm saying. I tell kids, go. I ask my kids all the time, hey, you going off a track this year? They're like, no. I'm like, all right, man. All right. Hey, you doing football this year? Nah. All right. Hey, you gonna try for basketball season? All right. I don't never tell them not to do it. I don't never tell them that's not what you are. I don't never tell them, yeah, Yeah, stay where you. I don't know. No, take the opportunities that present more opportunities for you in life. Why not? I mean, if you're good enough, if you're not good enough, I'll tell you. That's the type of dude I am. That's why it comes off harsh, because if you're not good enough, I'll tell you. But if you're good enough and I can see it, I'm gonna be like, hey, go. You know what I mean? So, and be surprising me, but not only that, it'd be surprising yourself. These young people, man, it'd be surprising them when they see what they can do. And that's why I would not limit kids to playing one sport, you know what I'm saying, all the time, at least through high school. College, that's where you're gonna have to, because it takes that much time and dedication to commit to college basketball, right? With everything that goes into it. That's why they're dropping them money. That's why they're dropping them checks now. You know what I'm saying? Because everything that goes into it. And it's about the mental part of the game. I think that the one of the reasons why college basketball doesn't, is running away from looking at high school kids is because they're not learning the mental part of the game, and they know that that's the hardest part to teach, which is ironic because the game is 90% mental, 10% physical, right? And how that breaks down is this: it's 10% physical, because in today's society, 10% of us have the ability to play basketball. Or excuse me, 90% of us. So it's the opposite. So 90% of us have the ability to play basketball. You can find somebody that can play, that can shoot a basketball, right? That can go to the basket, right? That can just score a basket, right? That can just put the basket in the bucket. What it was created at. 90% of this world got skill enough to do it. But only 10% of people think it. Really think it, right? And that's the difference maker. The difference maker is the thinking of the game. When are you going to get the thinking of the game down, right? That's the hardest part. That is the biggest jump from, as I was telling you guys before, from 10th grade to 11th grade. Because 11th grade isn't 11th grade basketball, it's JV, it's junior varsity. The reason why it's saying that is to let you know you're no longer a grade. You're no longer 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade. No more. You're junior varsity. And the reason why is because it's a mental jump. You have to get the mental part of the game down. You have to understand what's going. You have to understand time. You have to understand urgency. You have to understand possession. Right? And this is for most sports. This is for most sports. I mean, let's go to pickleball. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to understand score. Like, okay, so they up by 5. We got the ball right now. We serving. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the back right now, which is my favorite place to be. You know what I mean? Like, it's about understanding that. It's about playing the difference between team sports and individual sports. It's about learning that we need to stop trying to make these players play individual sports while they're on team sports, because there's individual sports out there for them. But we're losing our young kids to go to colleges that they want to been dreaming to go to, because we're too busy teaching them individual sports. I come off harsh because I don't care, really. But if you listen to it, blessings. If you don't, it ain't meant for you. Move away, right? So, and I've emphasized this before, even with training, some coaches, I'll take it even a step further, even with parents. We've been teaching our kids to care about themselves for so long. Now they're about to go into an industry that makes money for playing as a team. That's why they're not looking. These are investments. I tell people this all the time. I've told y'all this many times. At 18, you are a business. You are whatever your name is, incorporated. And they're like, should we invest in that company? Like, that company don't play like a team. This is a team sport. That's the problem, because the mentality of the game has changed to mind. And when it comes to mind, we're not playing a team game no more. And it's the hardest thing to teach, because it's the mental part of it. So we got to get a hold of them young and start putting that mental part and mental preparation in their heads. You know what I'm saying? Because it's difficult, man. It's difficult. It's difficult to just, you know what I'm saying, like, go out and just roll the ball and play basketball. You could do that at LA Fitness. You could do that at Lifetime. You could do that. many places where you can do that at. Roll the ball out, just hoop. We do that all the time, man. I'm old. I'm grown now. You know what I'm saying? I'm part of the old heads. I'm OG, man. I still get out there and hoop. So you can do it. But to play at the highest levels, especially at your age, you gotta learn the mentality of the game, man. You gotta learn the mentality of the game. It can't be all about highlights and glory. It's gotta be about, okay, are you playing the game the right way? And if you're playing the game the right way, everything will take care of itself. You ain't gotta worry about nothing. That's real stuff. You know what I mean? And the mental of the game, it comes at a cost. It comes at a cost because I think the first thing you got to understand about playing sports is that when you buy in, the reason why it's so difficult is because when you buy in, you have to buy in to everybody that's on your team, your teammates, your coaches, the program itself, the staff at the school, the community. You got to buy into all that, and that's a whole bunch of different people, a whole bunch of different minds. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be like, okay, bet. All right, teammate, you got a problem with what I did, what I do wrong. Okay, you don't want me to do that? Okay, bet. You don't want me to throw it low, you want me to throw it higher for you. Okay, I got you. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to be like that rather than like, no, you just catch it. You just catch the ball, man. Very easily, you're mentally your mental ain't equipped. You know what I'm saying? You just showing it right there because you're not taking criticism from your own teammate, right? If you can't take criticism from your own teammate, what makes you think you're gonna be able to take criticism from a coach? Any of the coaches, owners, right? And that's just an easy factor of it. That's a very easy factor of it because football is one reasons why I love to break this part down, this mental part of it, because football is the one sport where all 11 people have to do their job or it doesn't work. It's the only sport, the only motherfucking sport. Basketball, you can have a motherfucker just drop 50, 81. Kobe, you can drop 81 on a motherfucker. What everybody else do? Not a damn thing. Maybe got a couple of rebounds. I don't even know if anybody got more than 10 assists. How does motherfucker get 80 points? How you get 80 points? And nobody had 10 assists. So you can get away with that. You can get away with somebody just dropping off everything, doing everything, hold you down. Tennis, you can have one guy meeting every ball at the net, right? Football is the one sport where all 11 people have to be doing their job or it does not work. The lineman doesn't block. Quarterback dead. The wide receiver don't run his route. Quarterback dead. The quarterback rolls to the left instead of rolls to the right. Quarterback dead. You know what I'm saying? On defense, the same thing. Lineman playing rush. Lineman playing blitz. Everybody else playing straight up. 20-yard run. DB playing man-to-man. Safety playing zone. Over the top. Beat. It's the one sport. And that right there, my friends, is the biggest example of mental toughness because that there is where the one time where it's all about being selfish because it's all about doing your job. And it's still like when we see the problem, it still happens. It's still that, like literally it's your job to do that. And when you don't do that, it doesn't work. And it's obvious. And they still be acting like, oh, you should have, whatever. It still happens, which lets you know the mental part of the game is the toughest to teach. It's the toughest to teach somebody because in that moment, that's where you are being selfish, which means that you can't do nothing but be accountable. If my quarterback dies and that man came in through you, that was you. Period. Because you had that one job. That was your job to do. That was your job to be proud of you doing that job. I did my job. I tell my kids all the time on football. I tell the kids on the football team all the time. I tell the kids anywhere. But mainly on the football field. I'm like, do your job. Because as long as you do your job, coach ain't yelling at you. If your job is to make sure you block, you turn so that you're blocking and the run's going to the right, and you're blocking that man and pushing him to the left, and the other guy ain't pushing him to the left, he's just fucking squared up with the defense, and defense gets through him, coach ain't yelling at you. Coach ain't yelling at you. You did your job. Your guy's turned. Your guy is being sent this way. The rug going this way. Number 84 didn't do his shit. They're yelling at number 84. Number 84 coming out. Not you. You did your job. Right? And the funny thing about it is the reason why I teach the things that I teach is because what I just said is the same thing that happens when they actually go get a job in the world. They come into work and they do their job. Mr. Johnson, their supervisor, their manager, told them to do this. They told Ricky to do this. The one kid did his job. Ricky didn't do his job. Ricky getting in trouble. The same thing in life, man. These are life lessons, man. I be teaching these kids. They apply, and I use them as sports like most teachers. You know, a math teacher uses math to teach you life. Everybody says you don't use math and everything, man. I tell my kids when I coach, look down at the floor. When I'm the first day I have kids by myself, when I actually have my own practices, first thing I'd say to them is look down at the floor. What do you see? Go outside of your home. What shit? Look in the corner of your walls right now. What do you see? Math. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what I'm saying? So if everything that they're teaching you, they're saying, okay, it's going to apply to you in life. Maybe not all the shit, you know what I'm saying? But most of the shit. Why not basketball too? The things that you're going to learn from here, you're going to be able to apply for life. Being a team player. The reason why a lot of y'all think about it for real. Think about it for real. Think about why our generation and the generation, not our generation, my generation was good, but the generation that's out now, that's running things now, think about one of the biggest flaws that they have. Loyalty. I call my bomb squad niggas right now, man. We ready to roll. Loyalty. Motherfuckers don't have that shit. Because everybody thinking about themselves. This is real shit I be spitting, man. You can listen to this stuff if you want to, man. If you do, blessings. And if you don't, what meant for you? You know what I'm saying? Do it like that. But another thing I wanted to let people know, anybody in the sports world listening to my show, my talk, my craziness as I do on Thailand TV. But I wanted to talk about two things that even out as far as using your mentality in basketball, right? This is a little game. I'm just giving a little eggshell here. I'm giving a little gem, right? Coaches, take this down. It's very simple. These two things even each other out, right? And this applies to football and basketball. It applies to most sports. Speed versus height. Okay. You match speed versus height. If you don't have a lot of height, and height, weight kind of are in the same category when I say this. When I say height, I'm talking about weight too. I'm talking about like girth, strength, but more so heightness, right? So if you're dealing with a team that's a lot of height, a lot of girth, use speed. You know, and then on the other end of the spectrum, if you're dealing with a team that has a lot of speed, use your girth, use your height, use your strength. And what that does is it basically evens the playing ground for anybody that thinks they have an advantage, right, on paper, right? As far as like me thinking about back in the day when we used to hoop, you know what I'm saying? Because we have, you know, so our tallest guy was Tap. Tap was 6. He was in the books. He was 6'4" in the books, 6'5" in the books. But he was really like 6'2", 6'3". You know what I'm saying? When I was shooting, only about 6'3", right? But he was 6'4", 6'5" in the book. And but he could jump out the gym. he was one of those dudes, like, for real. If you live, like, for real, like, if you just like any kind of, even if you accidentally threw it wrong, you know what I'm saying? It didn't matter, just throw it, right? He was one of those type of guys. You throw it up there, you go get it. And shit, myself, I played power forward to center. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I could jump out the gym. You know what I'm saying? I could jump out. Plus, I just had a knack. I had a knack for reading. I read in the basketball how I came off the rim. You know what I'm saying? Timing wise, I was really good at math, right? Drop jewels on them, but I was really good at math, so I just read angles. I knew how the ball came off. Person shooting on the right side of the court, most likely it's going to come. Most likely it's going to come back to the right side of the court or somewhere on the right side of the court, unless they're a horrible shooter that's going over to the left side, right? It's a very simple chess game when it comes to that, right? So one of the things that I did was I made sure that I had guys running because, you know, I wanted one of my beliefs was I wanted to make sure that you guys were either the fastest on the floor or you guys had the most endurance. So a lot of my practices used to be on the fly, you know, saying they did something wrong or saying, what'd you say? You said something to me? On the line. On the line. On the line. And we ran. I made sure they ran, like, and I would do it strategically. Like, I'd do it. I'd have them run a lot in the beginning of the practice. We go over some things. I have them run a few times during probably about 40 minutes in the practice. I do some more running stuff or whatever. Then about, you know, hour, 20 minutes, I'd have them, I joke with them, you know what I'm saying, make them run over some stupid stuff. And then basically towards the end of practice, we do some more running. I'd have them shoot free throws to run too. But then I bet wagers and stuff like that. But it made them realize unknowingly that there are times when they need to put the foot on the gas. You need to speed this up, right? And one of those reasons is what I just said, because if we ever got into the point where we played against a team that was taller than us, you know what I'm saying, I had a lot of bigger guys, we got to run around them dudes. You know what I'm saying? We got to run them around them dudes, man. Like, we got to be everywhere on defense and on offense. We got to be flying all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Our rotations have to be quick and not lazy. And the only reason why they're not going to be lazy is because you've been running all the time in practice. You know what I'm saying? I think to me, that is. And it's funny, mental, like I say, mental shit, right? I had a kid one time, we were running in practice, kid gonna say, why we run so much? We ain't on the track team. And it made me think of a response to that. It made me really think of a response to that. What I told him was, Usain Bolt trained for 4 years to run 9 seconds. What the fuck you talking about? You ain't on the track team. I had a kid. My kid runs track. He trains all season long to, for 1 week, run a total collective of 2 minutes. And all he doing at practice is running. And basketball players in high school, especially, are running 36 minutes. And I'm a hooper. I'm a hooper. So I go hoop with my guys. We hoop. And I be running my butt off, man. We check ball. Dumb foul, argument, go out of bounds, check ball. Don't know who it went off of, check ball. Foul, check ball. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a lot of check balls. But boy, when we play in the season, when we play in a community league, boy, that running clock, boy, I'm telling you, boy, I be like, well, I tell people all the time, man, I'll give you 4-5 minutes, man. I'll give you the best 4-5 minutes anybody on this team, man. But I'm coming out. After that 4-5 minutes, I'm coming out, bro. I need break. Sad. But that's real deal, man. And they talk about running in practice. Why not? Why not train? If you train yourself to do something, when it comes time for the test to do it, it's nothing. It's nothing. Because it's mental. And it's mental. And that's why I teach kids speed, because most of the time you're going to probably run up against teams that got a little bit more height than you are. Most of the time you are. Because that's what everybody's packing together. You know what I'm saying? Teams, I mean, look at the NBA. I mean, Golden State was a small team. You don't have a whole bunch of small teams. You know what I'm saying? People want that height. You're gonna run up against people that got height. So if you're not gonna match it with height, if you're gonna have young shorter guys, you better have them ready to run and gun. You better have them ready to run and gun. You better have them ready to put points on the board, because what's going to happen is you're going to have a team putting points on the board and you in the paint. Easy work. These guys ain't running and gunning, tiring them dudes out. You know what I'm saying? Send them to the bench to get some get their inhaler. You know what I'm saying? Put the big boys on the bench because they ain't running like us. You know, so that's how we used to be, man. So yeah, that's a little gem, man. You match. That's the two things where you can even yourselves out, and it goes both ways. Like I said, if you plan up against a team with shorter guys in there, their kryptonite is tall, girth, built dudes. You know what I'm saying? If you're playing against a team that got a lot of height, a lot of swole dudes, their kryptonite is speed, moving that ball quick, getting down the floor, getting up and down. So that's a little gem to drop on them. Yeah. Let's go, man. Welcome back to Thailand TV, man. My bad, man. I've been going for a minute, man, from y'all, but let me get back. Don't worry about it. Real recognize real. Don't worry about it. We still coming up right now, man. We grown men, though. We got some work to do. We got some things to do. We got to feed the family. You know what I'm saying? Right now, don't have any sponsors as of yet. Don't worry about it. We're gonna get all into that monetizing eventually soon. You know what I'm saying? Because talking to the world, man, is necessary right now. Spreading that love, we're gonna have to get it. And in order for y'all to get it on a higher level, we're gonna have to get people to break bread. We got to be the big bread. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into that a little bit later. But the focus of tonight's show is girl dad. Being a girl dad. For the ladies. This show for the ladies. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, man. I forgot the type of stuff that was in my head on this one. We're gonna dibble and dabble on this one, man. We're gonna play a lot of Angel's Advocate on this one. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about my young lady in particular. My little Brianna Anissa Ward, my little Nana, right? Yeah, man. I mean, I say it all the time, man. I thank God that I was given a daughter first. I don't know how I would have been out here if I had a son first. But I was given a daughter first, and luckily for me, she was like boot camp. Yeah, she was straight up like boot camp, man. I'm not playing with you, man. Woo! Having a daughter is like boot camp, man. Especially when they're babies, bro. When they're like little bitty babies, man. When they're them little ones where you can hold them in one hand like a football almost, swallow them up and hold them. Yeah, that. Dang, man, I remember that, dog. Hey, man. See, but the difference is that my sons were both different. Lincoln was a little bit different than TJ, but TJ was easy, man. When he was a baby, man, I used to swallow him up. I used to stick him in the corner of the bed or the couch. Stick him in the corner of the couch. I sit right next to him, but I pop him up in the corner of the couch, on the corner of the couch. Turn on the game, play video games, whatever. And he just sitting there, just might have had to swallow too tight or something, but it's because his eyes were just like popping out. Like, yo, that's why I knew dude. That's how I knew dude was gonna be an athlete. Because we watching the game, he just You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So he was easy, man. Brianna, she was a little different, man. She was a little different, man. Taught me, um, she taught me how to care about the ladies. She taught me how to care about the ladies because it was my first time dealing with someone who had feelings that depended on me. You know, it's a little bit different. I mean, dealing with my mom, being raised by a single mother is different. She's tough on me. She gives me that tough love because she's my mother. But having a child that now I'm the one who's giving the tough love and we're figuring out how to, and got this little human crying, you know what I'm saying? And I'm giving her the bottle, it ain't working. Um, you know what I'm saying? I'm rocking her, you know what I'm saying? I'm rocking her, you know what I mean? Changing her diaper, it ain't working. She's still crying, you know. And then I'm just kind of standing around my room, just like, oh man, God, my God, what's going on? Start singing and humming. And then she stops crying a little bit. So I'm like, oh, okay, now I gotta sing and hum all the time. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it wasn't until somebody for real told me, like, no, you have to let them. And it was hard. It was hard. The girl is different. The son, maybe because my son, like I said, I think it's a blessing that I had my daughter first. Maybe that's why I went into my son. That's why I was able to go into the son so easily. Because with her, it was like, I had to realize that, she's going to test me. She's going to manipulate me. She's a young lady. You know what I'm saying? She's going to use her feelings to get the attention and what she wants from me. And I had to learn that. I had to learn that. A lot of the stuff I learned, but man, just being able to um, closeness and connection and letting her know that dad's gonna, saying dad's got you, everything's gonna be all right, and those some good times, man. That's my dog, man. That's the thing about it too. Like for real, you don't understand. Like girl dads, man, that be our dog, man. Like that's our homie though. Like you know what I'm saying? Like for real. That's like one of the coolest homies, man. Like for real, because it'd be like they're so girly yet they're so boyish. You know what I'm saying? And then like you know what I mean? Like my thing used to get me in trouble all the time was I basically turned my daughter to a tomboy, like straight up. I remember, you know what I'm saying? I remember one time, man, I dropped her off, man, at the crib at her mom's house, man. She had on some Timbs. She had on some Timbs. So, you know what I'm saying? Some jeans, a white t-shirt, you know what I'm saying? It had this like blue, what was it? It was a blue, it was a blue and orange Nike jacket, Nike bomber jacket. Blue jacket. I remember that to the day, bro. That outfit was banging, but they hated it. My girl at the time, she was like, Tyler, what is that? I was like, yo, man, that fit is live, bro. She live, bro. Like, straight up. My fault, ladies. Straight up. I had her like a touch. She was like thug with it, you know what I'm saying? But she used to roll me everywhere. She used to used to be like, no, you're going to have to buy her a dress. And I remember the first time I went to Dayton's downtown. I went to Dayton's on lunch break. I went to Dayton's. My boy Eric Kamikaze worked there. So I went there. I was like, all right, man, let me go check out this, man. This girl section. Let me go check out this girl section real quick. Man, I went up in there, man. It was all pink and red and bright and shit. I was like, man, I'm not walking around for like 2 seconds. I said, no, I'm going back in the Nike section. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm playing, ladies. I got her outfit. I got like a dress. I got a little dress or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it was, man. I got her one, but then I did get her some jeans. I did get her some jeans and a flannel. I got her jeans and a flannel that day, but I got a dress too. Okay. All right. I learned. But that's the thing about it, though. That's why I said that was the whole boot camp, because I learned. It was different. You know what I mean? I learned that difference. And I think it helped apply to, me learning, you know what I'm saying, a different appreciation for ladies. You know what I'm saying? Learning that, like I said, man, that's my dog, man. And being a girl dad is different, man, because I used to roll with her though, you know what I'm saying? And she used to be, you know what I'm saying, right there with me, and was always looking out for me and worried about me. You know, and then just the sensitivity of the person, you know what I'm saying? The young lady, because I remember when I moved to Cali to go to film school, it's pretty hard for her. She was about 7 or 8 years old at the time. So it was pretty hard for her. And I came back and visit, yearly, every other year. And I don't remember that. It was a long time ago. But when I came back, we would get together. And it was a difficult time, because I was learning myself. And then moved back. Once I moved back to Minnesota, it was on again. You know what I'm saying? And she was at a point in time where she needed her father in her life, man. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of swaying. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Like this stuff I talk about, I know. You know what I'm saying? And because I've been through it. You know what I'm saying? I've raised a young lady. You know what I'm saying? I know what it's like. I know what goes through your mind. I've had conversations with you. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things that I learned a lot was that serious, like she didn't like the conversation to go the way I wanted it to go. She wanted the conversation to go the way she wanted to go. She wanted to talk about what she wanted to talk about. And that was a lot of things that we bumped heads in. And I didn't have a problem with that. I didn't have a problem with that. Like I said, I learned a lot from young ladies. But once I started to realize that you're mine, you're my daughter. And I got to 18. I tell my son the same thing. I got to 18 to get as much information as I can in you. It started to be a point where I just started to be like, okay, these conversations are going to be about what I want them to be about, because some things that we need to take care of. And the main thing was school. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd be like, so how's school going? Take care of your homework. You get done. What your grades looking like? You need any help? Are you taking this class? You take that class. You're thinking about college. You know what I mean? And she'd be like, why you always ask me about school? Why don't you ask me about, the other things that I do? I was like, really, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Sounds like hate, don't it? And it does. I bet you it does sound like that to you. But I don't have to care about those other things. It's harsh to hear me say those words because most people act like they care about what you're saying or act like they care about what you're doing, but really don't. I'm just bold enough, first motherfucker come across your life, to say the realest shit. I care about your school right now. And especially at the time with my daughter, she was going through a lot of issues with school. So that's my main focus, because everything else will trickle down from that. If you were an athlete, because she wasn't an athlete, which I don't understand. Man, because if you see my daughter, if you ever see my daughter, you see she got an athlete body. She got an athlete walk. Like she walked like she walked like, you know what I'm saying? Like she walked like she about to hoop on you. And she looked like she got a body where I'll bust your head in. You know what I'm saying? She about 5'9". You know what I'm saying? Like she looked like, boy, she would have been. She did volleyball one year, you know what I'm saying, to try to impress me or whatever. And she just said she didn't really like it. But yeah, she eventually got her electrician's license, which was dope. It's very proud of that, very proud of that. And and she knew that I was very proud of that. I'm not like a huge scene when it comes to my kids and when they accomplish things, but I acknowledge it. I acknowledge it, and I give them dap and I give them love, and I let them know now it's time to really get to work. Now that you've done something, great job. Now it's time to really get to work, get this money. And I think that's one of the reasons why I go so hard when I have these conversations with the young ladies out in this world, because I've raised one, man. I've raised two in particular. When I raised two, I've raised one, and I've had one come live with me. My ex-wife's daughter came and lived with us for a year. The reason why she came and lived with us for a year, because she was, living with her dad in California and just cutting up. You know what I'm saying? Like in class, throwing gummy bears at teachers and shit like that. Like this stuff people ain't gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying? But I don't care. I keep my receipts for a reason. And dad was like, "Yo, was talking to my ex-wife on the phone. I was like, no, look, I can't. She's out of hand. I can't take her. I got you. You need to take her, and sent her to us for her senior year. You know, me being the dude that I am, I told my ex-wife, I said, hey, yo, we need to put her in Eastview. Eastview got a great program as far as with graduating the kids. Um, a high percentage. Plus, she was a soccer player, and I knew that the Eastview girls soccer team was dope. I knew their team was dope. Sure enough, she came in there, set it off. She set it off her senior year. Like they had a great season, boy. They was banging. She was one of the dopest on there. Ended up going to South Dakota State uh, for for uh, for soccer and graduating from there. I did the same thing for my daughter. I tried to put the very next year. I tried to put my daughter in Eastview. Things went a little awry. But do I want to tell you that story? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because it talks about the ladies. So check this out. This is what happened. So she was like, I brought her over. I moved her into I put her in Eastview too. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, so it worked. You know what I'm saying? For some of the daughter bet, let's do the same thing for you, young lady. Put her in Eastview. Man, first we get the homecoming week. You know how, you know what I'm saying, back then, it was like 2012, 2013-ish, 2013, 14, something like that. So that's when the whole like going online and looking looking and being able to access your kids' grades and everything was kind of, you know, getting hot. And so I'm on there and I look, there's an assignment missing. So I called the teacher up. Sorry, the teacher was like, yeah. She said she's not gonna turn it in. She didn't finish it. She said, teacher said I allowed everybody in class to get done, but she didn't get done. And he was like, okay, which one she got to do? He's like, she got to do all the booklet all the way through chapter 6. I was like, okay. So I went down. I was like, hey, you do all your homework? Like, yeah. I was like, okay, let me see. And I pulled out the book, the workbook, and she was only up to number 3. And I was like, well, there's six chapters in this workbook. What's up with the other chapters? Oh, we don't have to do that one. Oh, you don't have to do those. Yeah, no, it was a substitute. Substitute said that we don't have to get those done. All we gotta do is just up to number 3. I was like, oh, okay. Like, all right, that's cool. So then, so I waited later on that day. I'm a cold parent, man. I'm cold as hell, right? So I saved it. So later on that day, I hear on the phone in the kitchen, she talking to her friends, and she's like, yeah, I can't wait for homecoming. And homecoming was like, I think it was a Wednesday. It was like a Wednesday, and homecoming was Friday. So I was like, okay, all right, we're going to homecoming, huh? And I was like, are you sure you got all your homework done? She said, yeah. I was like, well, don't you think? And I be helping the kids out a little bit. I try to help them out when they lying because at least it's effort. You're trying to fucking get away with it, but I found out the truth. So I'm gonna try to help you out. I'm trying to help you out of the punishment that I've already got you in. So I'm like, okay, well, don't you think you might want to get that Spanish, or was it Spanish? I think it was Spanish. Yep. I was like, don't you think you want to get those last chapters for the Spanish done? She was like, but I don't have to do those, so I don't think I should do those. I don't want to do those because I don't have to do them. I was like, you sure? She's like, yeah, okay. I said, all right, well, talk to your teacher. I'm like, your teacher said that you were supposed to get all 6 chapters done in class, and everybody had enough time in class to get them all done, and you didn't. And she said that she told everybody that they need to be done by Monday. So why are you telling me you didn't have to have them done? She's like, oh, well, whatever, whatever. It's not a big deal. I didn't think I had to do it or whatever. I was like, okay, all right. I said, well, as punishment for lying to me, not for not doing your homework, but for punishment for lying to me, you're not going to homecoming. Sorry. Oh, woo. Good Lord Jesus. Girl, dad, wow. Oh, yeah. I got all the words. Oh, I got the slam door. I got the stomping. I got the life over. I hate life. This is the dumbest life ever in the world. I got it all, boy. But you lied to me. I don't care about it. So She went off and emailed her mom, told her mom that I'm treating her bad and mistreating her, and um, she hates living there with me and stuff like that. So I was like, whatever. Her mom shows up tripping. This is the stuff I'm talking about. Mom shows up tripping. I'm like, what are you tripping about? She's like, yeah, my daughter said she met. I'm like, first of all, one of the things I love about Judge shows, first of all, my character doesn't make me do that. I'm not. Come on, man. I'm not even like that, bro. Like, I'm a disciplinarian. I'm the worst disciplinarian you can all come across. I'm gonna discipline you on some shit, right? If you lie to me, cut you off. You know what I'm saying? And mom didn't understand that, and she didn't like it, so she came over and was like, "No, I'm taking my daughter home." She ended up taking her back. The funniest thing about that, the most irony thing about that was, because we were friends on Facebook. Facebook was just getting hot. I go on Facebook over the weekend, and she was at a birthday party with her friends on Saturday. So it wasn't even the homecoming she was mad about. She knew that weekend I wasn't gonna let her do anything. So she had to get out of my house, and the only way to get out of my house was to sell me out, sell dad out, to go hang with her friends. But that's kids, man. And my thing is, I understand that you just shouldn't have lied to me, right? You know what I mean? But I understood the biggest part of young people and how much they love their friends. Man, they'll do anything for their friends. And that's what you got to understand when it comes to these young people, because a lot of parents are too gullible and thinking that they got good kids. And when they get around their friends, they different people. You know what I'm saying? And the young ladies aren't any different, man. That's what they learn. I mean, look, they go to the bathroom together to the day they die. Yeah, that's some ride or die ass shit for your ass right there. That's some deep ass Fred got your friend shit. Go to the bathroom together all the time. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, like I was saying a minute ago, man, that's why I do so much commentary on the ladies, is because I know what I'm talking about. Like, I've raised two of them. One of them, my birth. You know what I'm saying? Was my I gave that seed out there. One of them. She's an electrician. She's in a good relationship with a good person. And she's a good person. They got a dog. They live together. And she she had a situation. I had a grandpa scare. We'll leave it at that. I'm not putting no business out there. But please, I'm confiding in you. Anybody that watching this that knows Brianna Anissa Ward, if you know that young lady, tell her, don't let me find out from somebody else. Don't let me find out from somebody else. Don't fuck with me like that. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Because ironically, if you look at things, everything they say, everything comes back, right? If ironically, you know what I'm saying? I'm like I said, Thailand TV, man, I don't hold punches, man. Because a lot of this, I mean, if you think of the stuff that I'm saying, a lot of stuff is about me too. I did some of this stuff too. Bad decisions, you learn it. First children, right? If you think about a young lady, I didn't find out about you I found out about you from somebody else. Like, straight up, I found out about my daughter sitting next to one of my best friends while he on the phone with my daughter's mother's sister, who he was hollering at. And I'm sitting right next to him, and he goes, "Damn, oh, for real, Tyler, your daughter just was born." I'm like, "What? Don't let me find out from somebody else, man. Don't let me find out no news from somebody else. Give me that. Give me that." You know what I'm saying? Like, I earned that. I earned for that, for you to come directly to me. You know what I'm saying? Come holler at me. Put that pride aside. Come holler at me. You know what I'm saying? But and this is what I tell people too. Because my daughter's mad at me, you know what I'm saying, because of the type of person that have been last about 7 years. Been a wild child. I'm doing it. I've been doing some crazy moves, man. But I'm making moves in the direction that they are leading me to be at, right? And she kind of didn't like a couple of things in the situations that I've been in. She didn't like the outcome of them and how um, it led to those outcomes. And the thing about it is, and this is why I say about raising kids is because that's what she's supposed to do. I was a player. Like she didn't like. She's not supposed to like a player. She's not supposed to be like, "Hey, Dad, how many bitches you get this week?" You know what I'm saying? She's not supposed to be like that. She's supposed to be like, settle down, get a family, do your thing. That's her mentality because that's what I taught her. Those are the words I taught her. Like those are the things. Like don't be out here chasing dudes. Don't be out here having boyfriends. You know what I'm saying? She snuck away, did it anyway. But the guy that she's been boyfriend and or on and off boyfriend and girlfriend since they was like 14 years old. You know what I'm saying? She ain't learned how to be a thought. Cause I made sure that one day she came down the stairs with some pants on that was her little butt crack was showing. I said, take your ass upstairs and put them pants on. She was 17 years old. And she looking at me like I said, no, go put some damn pants on. Them ain't damn pants. Them I want to F you. Them I want to F yous. That's what those are. Those pants are I want to F you. Those are the type of pants those are. Take them damn pants off and go put some regular pants off to cover your body. That's what I do. Crazy, ain't it? Sound crazy. I know it is. I know it do. That's why mine are different. Second one, graduated from South Dakota State, is married with 2 kids right now. Married with 2 kids right now. So one of my children, longtime boyfriend, I've been for 14 years. He was talking about popping the question. He's a good dude. Turned out to be a good dude. They got a house, dog, possibly. We'll talk about that in another show. I don't want to put any people's business out there. And, just good reflections of young women who have made good relationships, right? I don't know the structure of the relationships. I know they've been successful. I know that I haven't seen bad things. I know I haven't seen breakup to makeups. I've heard about conversations that have been had. You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference. I've heard. I know these young women don't talk to their man. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been in a situation where they've dealt with a man who shows control, who shows discipline. So when they come across a man now, they understand what it means. They understand how to have a conversation with a person who loves them unconditionally, but at the same time wants to give them guidance and structure. And they understand there's nothing wrong with that. That's why they're able to have good relationships. That's why they're able to stay in something so long and grow in relationships. A good relationship with a good person. Because they became good people. And I think once you do that first and you understand the tools of it, it's a lot easier because everything I talk about, everything I talk about comes back around to whatever the main focus is. Good people that want to be in good relationships with good people. And being a girl dad helped me. It helped me. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna lie. I don't lie. Like it honestly helped. Being a girl dad helped me when I was younger, because I was young when I had my daughter, I was 19. It helped me be a better player. Help me be a better player. Because straight up, like I would not. There would have been, man. There would have been so many women cut off just on phone conversations back in the day. But because I had a daughter, taught me how to be sensitive and taught me how to listen and how to actually feel. Like I can sit on the phone and have a conversation, be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and they talking about their work and I'm not giving a fuck, but I'm still having a conversation. I was gonna get me in the draws. You know what I mean? I don't hold punches, man. It's a nice show too, right? So being a girl dad gave me that. You know what I'm saying? It also gave me the knowledge of feeling and sensitivity, and actually, um, because reasoning doesn't start until the frontal lobe. It don't start for young men until the frontal lobe, 25, right? That's when we get our reasoning. I think my daughter helped me get reasoning a lot quicker than that. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to really figure out, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm a young, dumb, full of cum dude, man. So I'm out there doing some dumb shit, but at least I had a lot more feeling behind what I was doing. It wasn't just out there reckless only. You know what I'm saying? What about the reckless? And that was beautiful, man. I think that helped me be able to give guidance and structure to my ex-wife's daughter at the time, and be able to just do it and withstand the things that were being. Because I mean, there was one time where she had a boy over to the house. You know, she was mad at me because I went out. You know what I'm saying? Because her mom and TJ went out of town, and so I was like, you know what I mean? I was like, I told her, I said, look, I'm gonna go out. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably gonna be out about, you know what I'm saying, whatever. You know what I'm saying? The first night, first Friday, and she was there. She's like, okay, all right. I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I ain't come back to like, but we went to the man. Oh man, I remember because my brother was in town. I think at the same time, so I was like, yeah, I think my brother was in town. They brought me home. They brought me home. You know what I'm saying? I was gone to like 4, 5. I was gone to like 7, 8. It was up. It was gone to like 7 in the morning, and they brought me home, dropped me off. I remember my brother and them, and um, yeah, because my mom was out there at the time, so yeah, they dropped Alan. Alan was staying at his mom's house, so he dropped me off at Dallas. But man, the sun was up, and so the next day, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, I want to go. I went out local, right? I just went out to the local spot, you know what I'm saying, Wild Bills, and hang with the squad. We used to go Thursday and Saturday, and so I go out and meet with the guys, but I don't stay out till 4 or 5 in the morning. I come home at like 1. So she must have thought I was gonna be out till like whatever, right? Because I get back to the house. It's a truck. It's a big ass pickup truck in my driveway. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck? The fuck is this? I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You know, she's a senior in high school, so you know what I mean. So she think it's greasy out here. Okay, you know what I'm saying? My mom is gone. Oh, all I got is stepdad here. He don't give a fuck. He out in the streets anyway. So she thought it was greasy. I said, what the fuck? I get home to the pickup truck. I was like, oh hell no. I pull up right behind that motherfucking truck too. I walk in the house. I go downstairs. I'm like, yo, what's up, player? What's going on? So, you was scared. I'm like, oh man, how the fuck you get in my house, bro? Somebody let you in my house, huh? Somebody let you in my house. I'm like, you better tell me you let him in his house, because right now I think he's a fucking burglar. You know what I'm saying? He's like, no, please, 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 please. I'm like, get the fuck out of my motherfucking house, dog. Nigga ran out of the motherfucking house. So I'm like, but I was cool because I was like, okay, I pull right behind him, so I'm gonna have to deal with you because you're gonna have to wait for me to move my car. So I'm gonna have to deal with you in a minute. Go ahead. So I'm talking to her. I'm like, what the fuck, man? What's wrong with you, man? Don't have nobody in my house. I told you that shit. I said, well, you don't have no niggas over here, dude. Fuck is wrong with you, man? She was like, oh my God, I can't believe you. Fuck you. I hate you. I hate you, you fucking black man. I'm like, what the hell? Like, yo, what's wrong with your language? Like, you part black too. What you mean? What's wrong with you? God dang. But I had to be able to take, because man, if I didn't have my daughter, like I told you, that boot camp, right? If I didn't have my daughter, I wouldn't have understood how to take that language and let it bounce up off me. You know what I'm saying? I would have took it personal. You know what I'm saying? Shit could have went a lot different. But it just went to the point of like, hey, you need to watch your mouth. I'm gonna go on the phone with your mother right now. We're gonna take care of this. You stay your ass down here. You know what I mean? And she was more scared than anything. You know what I'm saying? Her mom came home, took care of it, handled that. But yeah, but I love, hey, real quick to end the story. I came outside, dude was gone. I'm like, and I'm talking about, there may have been like this much room in between the back of his truck and the side of my truck. So I'm sitting here like, how the fuck? Like, I was like, I had an appreciation for the motherfuckers. I'm like, he had to do a motherfucking whoop whoop. And man, he had to maneuver that thing to get up out of there for real. Cause boy, I had him locked in. Like the police, boy. That dude was gone when I came out there, man. But that was, you know what I'm saying? But that was, incidences of being a girl dad, you know what I'm saying? Being having a young lady, you know what I'm saying, especially going through that phase, man, that young adult phase. You know what I'm saying? And it's good to have actually been a part of that person's life to let them know, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta have tunnel vision. You gotta forget all the bullshit, man. Especially, man, if you want to be something in life, especially if you want to go somewhere in life. And like with her daughter, she was good at soccer, and I was just trying to make sure she understood. Like, if you want to get the best out of this, man, to give you the best opportunity, you need to stay focused on it. And she did. She went to the next level, man, and went played South Dakota State University, um, and yeah, you know what I'm saying. So big ups, man, and that's why I do what I do, man, because I know the ladies, man. I've raised two of y'all. I'm working on. I'm kind of what I'm saying, arm's length apart. Kind of helping out with another one. You know what I'm saying, and that one's a beast too. You know what I'm saying, because it's the queen is in the king and the queen is in us. You know what I'm saying, and this young lady, she got some queen in her. You know what I'm saying. It's just been around a lot of bad influences, and that's a lot of times is what it is, man. Is being around the bad influences that give you um, the bad energy, and that bad energy flows. It has to flow somewhere. So it's gonna flow in you and stay in you, or it's gonna flow through you and go right out of you. You know what I'm saying? So you know. But like I said, the king and the queen is in all of us. You know what I'm saying? So you can either stay a man and a woman for the rest of your life and stay in that category and whoop de doo lolly do to you, or you can become the queen or the queen that's in you. You know what I'm saying? Which takes it to a whole nother level because the queen and you think about it like this. I was thinking about this the other day. Think about U.S. How we teach. What do we teach these kids? What do we teach these young ladies? We teach them the princess. Think about it. We teach them. Let's look at the most blatantly smack in the face genre, the the cartoon, the animation drama. It's a genre. It's one of the biggest smackers. It tells so much. They tell so much stuff in those things, right? I mean, look at it. Princesses. All the girls want to be princesses. What are princesses in the movies? They're asleep, waiting for somebody to come kiss them. They're up in the top of a dungeon, waiting for somebody to come and save them. Waiting for Prince Charming to come and slay the dragon, to come and save them and take them and rescue them from a life. I mean, that's what all the ladies are being right now, is princesses. Oh, and they want to act like they're not looking for somebody to come save their life. But what do they say they want? They want 6 figures. What's 6 figures going to do? It's going to save your life. It's going to take you from where you are to another place. It's going to put you in a position where you don't have to work anymore. You're going to want to work anymore. You're going to want to do your own thing, right? And that's a princess mentality because you're taught to wait. You're taught to allow yourself for somebody to come and help you. And been teaching you that since you were a little kid. The queen mentality is different. Cleopatra wasn't waiting for shit. Cleopatra and Cleopatra had dudes. She had men. She wasn't like, I don't need no man. She was like, I love the men. Bring them on. You know what I'm saying? A little thotty. That's what probably caused the fall of her. You know what I'm saying? But she still wasn't like, okay, we only doing women here. You know what I'm saying? But still, she had a queen mentality. She didn't have a princess mentality. I'm gonna wait. You know what I'm saying? I have these requirements. You know, the queen mentality is a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? And that's why when these daughters of mine were young, you know what I'm saying, I try to put that queen mentality in them to understand that language is a lot different than the princess's language. The princess talks her own language, and she cool, she alright, she fun. You know what I'm saying? She fun for a night to the pumpkin to the fairy come back and take the pumpkin away. You know what I'm saying? Till midnight. Princess is cool till midnight. But the fun is over after midnight. Queen's still running shit. It's a different language. It's a different realm that you're sitting in. You know what I mean? And for our young ladies to get to that realm, we got to give them that mindset, man. Mental. The game is 90% mental. Everything I say comes back around, man, if you listen to it, bro. The game is 90% mental. 10% physical. I'm talking about the game of life, too. And if we can help the young ladies out here when they're young, girl dads. Because honestly, for real, I blame girl. I blame girl dads. I have to. I can't blame. You know what I'm saying? Like I've literally pointed the fingers at single mothers when it comes to raising boys. You can't raise them into a man. You can teach them the ways of life, woman's perspective, but you can't raise them into a man. I've said that before. And it's very difficult for men to teach girls, right? But I think one of the things that guys can do is teach girls the basics. I think teaching girls how to clean up after themselves. I think teaching girls how to understand auto lingo, maybe not do everything. I think it's okay to teach them how to change the oil. I think it's okay to teach them how to change a tire. Yes, the goal in life is to have a man who's a provider who takes care of all that. Yes, but if there's ever a time where you can't have that, or you're somewhere by yourself, you can do it. And that's why I think it's good for them to understand the basics: taking out the trash, using a screwdriver, knowing the difference between a flathead and a Phillips. You know what I'm saying? Like, just basic stuff. Like, that's what they need to know. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of this push about I don't need a man, I think a lot of girls' dads are behind that. Because girls are raising up thinking that they want to have a man that's like their dad. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why they want to have the man that's like their dad, because most of the dads are just turning them into princesses, giving them everything they want, kissing their boo-boos. You know what I'm saying? Taking all the pain away, showing them how a real man should be. Ain't no man gonna be like that. Not at that age. Like, yes, at the age that your dad is teaching you, he has a wife, a family, presumably. Yes. But at the age that you're most likely meeting men, 17, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, they're not like that. They're not in that zone, right? So you got to take that into account. So if you take that into account, they're going out into the world looking for people that resemble and act like their fathers when these guys aren't there yet. They're not there yet. And they're getting into their relationships with the guys that aren't there yet. And they're running into it not understanding. You know what I mean? So they're getting a false sense of how men should be from the guy, from the fathers, the girl dads, and I've done it before too. And I think a lot of it is being able to understand and show them discipline and structure at a young age, so they don't understand the difference. Because if the father is giving them discipline and structure, they understand that that's part of the unconditional love of the father. So if they want to go out in the world and find someone similar to their father, then they're going to want to try to find someone who understands discipline and structure and how to apply it the same way father was. See what I'm saying? Because a lot of women aren't getting that nowadays. A lot of these young women aren't getting that. They don't even have fathers in the world, in the home. They don't even have fathers in their lives. So they're going out here unprepared to have conversations with men because they don't understand this is what men do. This is how men provide. Men don't just provide with money, because money has nothing to do with provision. Money has nothing to do with provision. Nothing. Providing is an action. It's not a monetary value. It's not. It's an action. To provide. Right? And that's the difference. And because there's no men in a lot of these young women's lives, they're growing up not understanding that. And they think that a man that comes with discipline and structure, because that's what men try to bring, they're like, okay, well, this guy doesn't like me, or this guy hates me, or this guy's talking crazy about me, or he doesn't care about me, or and it's not fair because we us men come from that, and it's weird because the women are teaching us that. Our single moms are teaching us that, which is that's the fucked up irony part, is that the single moms are teaching the young men that shit, right? They're teaching the young men that shit. And it's like, what's missing with the young ladies? Why aren't they understanding that discipline and structure is actually a part of unconditional love? So they don't call it controlling. They don't find a way to label it something that, now I got a reason I ain't got to listen to it. You know what I'm saying? And girl dads are behind that. Girl dads are not stepping up and putting a lot of discipline on them at the same time, at the same level that you discipline your boys. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to do it the same way. You know what I mean? You want to be princesses, they're going to grow up to be princesses. You want to be queens, then you have to treat them as queens. Because in that way, they'll understand what it's like when they run into a king. You know? Right? You can listen to this stuff, man. If you don't, man, it ain't for you. Pass it on. It ain't even for you, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Hey, shout outs to everybody, man. Let me get up out of here tonight, man. You know, it's your boy, man. I'm gonna get back on the new schedule, man. I'm gonna try to come at you at 10 o'clock every day. I'm gonna try to get back to my midday show. I got a lot going on in midday. I took a little position. So I'm working this position right now, man. And got to get that dollar signs up real quick, man. I got to get back on my shit real quick. You know what I'm saying? Make these moves, but it's gonna fuel everything else that I'm doing. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to follow the path that is chosen for you, right? And one love to everybody, man. I'm glad I'm back on here for 5 days. I think it's been since I last seen y'all. I apologize. I want to try to make sure that I'm a little bit structured when I come. Every once in a while, I'll do some freestyle stuff, but most of the time with my shows, I want to be structured to the point where I'm actually hitting on some topic for you. You know what I'm saying? So just to save you all the jibber jabber of just randomly talking. But yeah, man, today's show, man, I want to give a shout out to the ladies, though. I do want to give a shout out to the ladies because y'all defined me. You know what I'm saying? And it proved to me, having a girl just taught me everything, man. Like, it gave me the everything. You know what I'm saying? It taught me the importance of yin and yang. It taught me the importance of us doing this together. It taught me the importance of finding my person. Finding the one woman that can match with me and be with me and do the things that I need her to do. And plus, I'm willing to do the things that she wants me to do. And we love each other unconditionally, no bullshit. We push each other. We promote each other. We shine with each other. And we love each other. And we're good people that want to be in good relationships with good people. It's your boy, man. I'll holler at you, man. This stuff is easy. Holler at your boy, man. I'm up out of here, man. Y'all have a good night. Blessings to everybody. I'm gonna try to be on tomorrow midday. I'm gonna try to get the middays with y'all. Like I said, I got a project I'm working on, so the middays gonna be swoopy. But I'm gonna get back with y'all tomorrow night, 10 o'clock. And yeah, we're gonna do it back like this, man. Hope y'all have a good week. I hope y'all been having a good week. Blessings to everybody, man. One love, man. It's your boy 800 the Stiz Owls, man. Thank you for joining my show. And I'll see y'all next time, man. Night.